Hello guys, welcome back to Plasticity. Let's go ahead and model something else that will allow us to introduce more tools and different things we can use here. So continuing on these little objects by Max Marharet, I like this little sensor here as well. And it's kind of a fun exercise. Let's go ahead and make something like this as well. Once again, I'm using pure rev here. And let's go ahead and begin with the cylinder. All right, I've got that set to Shift 2. We'll go ahead and create it right there. We'll go ahead and just kind of move it up here. Once again, guys, the purpose of these videos is not to give you like exact measurements, but just show like the workflow for making something like this. So right over here at the bottom, you see we have these little kind of details here. So how can we make something like that? Also, I'm going to go ahead and switch to just the render option here, guys. I'm finding myself liking to use this render option here. And right away, I'll give this like that kind of tan color here. All right. So I'll go ahead and press 3 to go to face level, and then press D to move this down here. All right, now we got this here. I will press O for offset. Then I will go ahead and Shift D, Z to move that up. And I'll go ahead and select this face and then D to move that up. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to check out the description where I have links to more advanced courses such as on sci-fi design, futuristic vehicles, furniture, and more comprehensive advanced courses. Alright guys, now I see you've got this little kind of like little boxes here. So I'll go ahead and press Shift 1, that's my hotkey for creating a box. And I'll press C to make it a corner box, so it's kind of symmetrical here. I like to just press B, just make a new object, so I can quickly just kind of modify it a little bit. Maybe scale it. Alright, and it looks like there's about 8 of these going around here, something like that. So guys, here's how I can use radial arrays. Very simple, you press this button here, radial array. You choose a center point, which is right here. And for example, you make this 8. There we go. I can now select all of this, QQ to boolean it together, right click to confirm, and there you go guys, just like that. Right now we're going to kind of sandwich this on top. So we're going to kind of move this, and then D, G, and then Z, I should say. And go ahead and select that, and then QQ that together. Right, it looks like, guys, it's kind of going kind of insetting here a bit. So I've got this kind of like little extra piece of topology, you could say. I don't need that, so I'll press F and then DE, delete redundant topology. Very nice tool right there. So guys, I'm gonna move this down a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and press E to extrude, then D, and then A for angle. I'm just gonna move carefully to get this angle here. Of course, you'll also just use chamfer, that will work too. Alright guys, and then we have, I think, a new object on top of here. So to make a new object, E, D, B for a new object, just like that. I'll drag over here in the top left, I'll drag this color into here as well. Alright. And I'll move this far up here. And now I want to create this little piece here. So I'll go ahead, Shift 1 for a box, C for corner box, just kind of chop that in here. And all we gotta do, guys, just select this, for example, and just D that out. Alright. So we're going to pull our way. And we're going to select this, and we're going to chamfer it to get that. Before we do that, let's set this up a little bit first. Alright guys, something like that. And we're going to get this piece in the center. We're creating a box. Once again, I'm going to snap it. Let's say, let's see if we can find a snapping point right here. Well, if we don't, we'll use the center right here. Alright, C for the corner. And I'll just, once again, guys, I'll make it a B. B for a new object. And I'll just D that out there. I kind of try in my eye to match things up. For example, I try and match up this line with like this right here, which would be about like right there. But once again, guys, I'm just kind of modeling very quickly, so you can always spend more time measuring things out. And I want to go ahead and line it up right here, guys. So what do? I'll select this, I'll press D, I'll hold Control to snap that right there. Select this, hold Shift to select that, Q. We're going to use Shift Q for slice. Delete this extra part, and now we have this. Drag this little dot over here to get that the same color. Select this, D to move it in. And let's move this in as well. I'll go ahead and press 2. I'll go ahead and Alt-Z for a little bit of transparency. Select this and then press D to fill it. And as you guys can see, this is not filleted, but this is. So we can do the same for right here. Actually, as you see what the problem is here, it's very fun problem solving when you're doing modeling. But you can see this does not need to have that kind of filleted effect or chamfered effect. So we select this and just D to delete that. Now we can select this and press D to fillet that. Beforehand, I'll just kind of move this up a little bit here. Alright. Alright guys, so now fun little challenge here. How do we create this little piece here? Well, there's many ways to do things, guys, here. But what I would do, for example, is isolate it. I would just well, here's what I'll do. Let's see. I would just Shift D to make a clone of this, Z to move it down, G, Shift Z to remove the Z axis. I'm going to move this right here. Make it a little bit thin here. And I'll select this, hold Shift to add that, and just to subtract like so. To get this. Actually, let's just go ahead and do a Shift Q so we have an inner object as well. This will just, we'll make this a darker gray. This meant to represent this little inner piece here. And I'm not sure how it looks on the inside, guys. Maybe just a box, but I'll just keep it like this for now. I'm just going to move down a little bit here. And so guys, what I want to do is there's a curve right now, and I want to go ahead and subtract that. So I'll just go ahead and make a line from here to here. Select this, press C, and delete that. Or cut that, I should say. We now have a straight object here. And I want the same for this as well, guys. So I can use this, guys, as a helper. I'll select this, I'll press C, I'll select this, and I'll click on that. Chop it off, and now we have this straight piece right here. So guys, we have a little choppity action here. You can use a line or you can use a box. I'll use a box. Just create a box here, chop it up. Select this, R, Z, rotation. You can see it's maybe a little bit too thick what I've got here. If I make it thinner, you can press Alt, guys, and click on the face to kind of select this whole group. See what I mean? So Alt is a very nice little modifier for selecting things in Plasticity. So for example, if I select this, it's just one. If I hold down Alt and select it, it selects this, which can be beneficial in some situations. For example, sometimes guys, when you're trying to fillet something, it may fail if you select one at a time for more complex things, but if you hold down Alt and then left click, it kind of better guarantee of working if you have more messy objects. So I hold down Alt, I select this little group of faces, and then kind of D all of them. I can also hold down Alt and press D again to match. See guys, see how that's quite match up here, guys? So hold on Alt, left click on this, and I'll press D to kind of reconfigure that and match it up better. Now I can select this, these little edges and fillet that. You guys can see this being cut away here as well, which you can do once again, guys. I'll just use a box. I don't know what's happening here on the inside, but I'll just leave it at that. And I'll just go ahead and fillet chamfer this. All right. I use a box to cut this away. So guys, just some very nice, fun little basic modeling here. But you guys are seeing how you get introduced to many techniques when you work with something like this. Shift 2, my hotkey for a cylinder. Get a cylinder in there. I can fillet this. Or we can say it to the end, guys. It's always a temptation of filleting things before it's before you're done enough. All right, we've got a little something right here happening here. Here I'll just do something base like this, guys, to make a new object, because I'm going to eventually just press Alt-X anyways. Actually, okay, it looks like I'm using the Y symmetry here, so I'll use Alt-X and Y, and then Shift-Y to get the other side anyways. R, and then Y for this kind of rotation. Looks like that seems what's happening here. We got this happening here as well, which I can kind of set up as well. How do we do that? Well, let me do it on this side. So I'll select this, I press Alt-X, Y, and then a Shift-Y to flip it around. So I'll press Shift-A, create a line, let's say like so. Alright, that creates an airtight object, which you can then select and E for extrude. I'll delete the original lines because that's left behind. And then I can select this and then QQ to bring up like so, to union it together. Alright guys, just something like that. Alt-X, Y, alright. EDB. Move that in a little bit here. Maybe do a little chamfer or what have you. And just like that, guys, very fun way to get details. Let's union it together. As for this, it looks like it's the same color, so we'll drag a little dot in there as well. Alt-X, well, let me delete this one. Alt-X-Y. Alright guys, that's it for part 1. Thank you for watching and take care.